This is my husband Philippe. This is our son Justin and our dog Scooby. We live in a remote community in northwestern BC, Canada, on the border with the Yukon and Alaska. During the week, we operate an organic wood-fired coffee roastery, and on our weekends and days off, we go exploring the remote backcountry. We share those adventures with you here on our YouTube channel. It's spring break, and we are on a 5-day loop that is taking us over lakes and historic trails. Welcome to episode 2 of this adventure. Yeah, the sun is coming out. Everything is sparkly from the frost overnight. It was supposed to be minus 10, but it feels like it's maybe more like the minus 15, minus 20 range. But we've got blue skies once again. It's going to be a beauty. As we're packing up the tents and getting ready to head out, the boys go over to Scooby-mobile to make sure everything is fine. But it's not. They find a loose bolt.
Oh, that's what's very loose.
Yeah.
How is it?
Pretty good.
It doesn't need to be too much. Let's do the other one while we're at it.
With this small but important repair out of the way, it's time to get going. Well, there we go. We're going to start day 2.
Let's go for another beautiful day.
That's all right. We're crossing the border from BC into the Yukon. Do you see the cut line? There it is, the cut line. So we're now going into the Yukon. Soon we're going to turn left, but there's going to be 2 villages on either arm of the lake, but we are going towards the west. And the lake conditions are perfect for snowmobiling. There's no overflow, there's some snow. We do need to use our ice scratchers though, but it's pretty good. Well, it's been a great day so far. We're just about to pull into Carcross here. It's just here behind me. Can't see it, I guess, in the camera yet, but it's great. Man, we're so lucky. The weather is just, it's a bit chilly, but it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. What a place to be. There we go, we made it to Carcross. Just looking, the gas station is here behind me, but just looking to see the best way across to Bennett Lake, because we finished Tagish Lake now and we need to get to Bennett Lake, and it kind of goes here behind me. It's kind of like a river in between the 2 lakes. we don't want to go on there. So there has to be a way through town to get to the other side and keep on going. Scooby is soaking up the sunshine. Ooh, styling. Okay, we found.
The gas station there, and then we'll go straight.
Okay.
So you can put back your jerrycan.
Yep.
Cheaply, just for the.
Okay. We're put. We're currently going through Carcross to get to Bennett Lake. Carcross is an unincorporated community in the Yukon with a population of 300 about. The streets are quiet now, but in the summer this community is bustling with tourism. The White Pass Railroad train comes in here. There's some great mountain biking. Carcross is home to the smallest desert, and there's also lots of traffic from the cruise ships that arrive in Skagway. And so much more. But right now, it's nice and quiet.
Good.
Yeah.
Out of Carcross. Just in and now do I slip off the slope. We'll miss that. That's okay. So now Bennett Lake towards now. So we're in the Yukon. Carcross now. We take that lake for a while, basically towards Alaska now. So we're going west. So we've been going north yesterday, today, and now full on west on that lake. And we see how it goes, and we'll find a nice little spot for camping. Scooby is excited to go to a village. Lots of smells and people.
Hi, Scooby. Everybody's looking at the Scooby-mobile. Good job, buddy. Good dog. You are a good doggy.
A little bit of white. A little bit of white, and you can tell there's a lot of ice.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can start again.
Yeah. Without the ice crackers.
Bennett Lake is a windy place. We know this from summer, but it also shows here in winter, as there are large swaths of ice where the snow cover has been blown off. Not too great for snowmobiling, but we'll push on. And you? Right. Oh, you're on a bit of snow, so you should be okay. As we're making our way west, the scenery gets more and more dramatic. But time is also ticking by, and it's time to find a spot to set up camp. We find a cute little bay. Whereas yesterday the snow was soft and we had to shovel a spot for the tent so the stove wouldn't sink down to the ground overnight, today the snow is wind-packed, and we just add some spruce boughs to make a floor for ourselves. While I'm putting a tent post together, the boys cut some firewood so we can stay nice and warm overnight. And then we set up the tent.
Let's see if that one looks good, right?
Yeah.
That one looks good, eh?
Once the tent is set up, and we've gone with the snowmobiles to find a creek to put some fresh water in our water filter, Justin usually asks if he can go play. We usually warn him that playing is where your machine breaks, and ta-da!
I just heard that. check the belt. The belt's fine. It's just a little hot.
Okay, check.
Is that good? All right. You want me to hop on the machine or
The
something?
snowmobile gets towed back to camp for further inspection.
Good?
Yeah.
Right here, because you probably hit a tree or something.
Okay.
So you have the plastic thingy. So manual is the wheel frenzy that's on that Skidoo.
Okay.
And it goes against your clutch.
The body was rubbing against the clutch, likely because Justin hit something. With some tools, we pry the body wider and away from the clutch, and we'll see if this helps. All right.
That's how it was. Not lucky. Yeah, next time.
No, maybe not next time.
Okay. That's it. You try it now and go on the leg there. And, that's it. All right.
Okay.
I guess we fixed it. So,
Works.
works again.
Yeah.
Now that the fixing is out of the way, we can get settled inside, have some dinner, and enjoy a relaxing evening.
We have chili con carne, the one we prepared at home a few days ago. We froze it. And now it's in the box here. You can show Justin. In bain-marie, and then it's gonna take a while. We started the fire a bit late, so it's gonna. Anyway, chili con carne tonight, and Scooby is feeding himself. Pretty good.
How is it, Scooby? That's good to know.
That was a great day. Good night. Good morning. Today we are starting day 3. It got kind of overcast yesterday night, and this morning it is snowing. We pack up the tent and put our gear back into the toboggans to get ready for another epic day. And then into the white we go. We stay in the clouds for a while until the clouds lift in some spots and reveal the stunning scenery behind. It's slowly clearing up around us, which is awesome. You can see the scenery, and it's so beautiful with the sun coming through the clouds. Over the snow and ice, through patches of sun and heavy snowfall, we slowly make our way toward Bennett. Philippe is doing a great job navigating because we don't know this lake and we are not aware of spots with open water. Just before we get to Bennett, there's some train wagons sitting on the train track. What an exciting sight. And we can see the beautiful Bennett train station behind it. Yeah, So cool. There we go, we made it to Bennett. That's so cool. So you did a good job on the lake, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was not easy.
You know, the lakes we don't know like that, and you have to be super careful.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We leave the snowmobiles parked and go on foot to explore the historic sites. A few years ago, I arrived to Bennett on foot, coming from Skagway on a Chilkoot trail. But it's great to arrive here in the snow, coming from home. Oh, wood. As we go about our exploration, we find a quincy that someone had made. They did a good job on it. Somebody built a quincy. We make our way back to the snowmobiles and start riding the train tracks. The train tracks have been half plowed. It looks great here, but in some spots it's terrible, like someone went with an excavator with a bucket and dumped snow in the middle and left deep trenches on the side. This was hard work. About 2/3 of the way to Log Cabin, the excavator is in front of us. Quite a surprise. But we were able to pass him and continue on. Good job, guys. Made it to Log Cabin.
we get to Log Cabin.
Well, there we go. Made it to Log Cabin. Now we're going to take the train track a bit farther so we can catch up to the Fantail Trail. Haha. We cross the Klondike Highway and continue on the train tracks for a few more kilometers until we get to Shallow Lake, where we quit the train track and dive down onto the lake. This tricky descent. It's always hard to show how steep angles are, but you can probably hear it on the engine braking.
Good job!
Philippe's the first one down, then Justin, and then me.
Yeah, good job.
Well, there we go. Done with the train tracks. We're back at Shallow Lake now, which is going to make us catch up with our Fantail Trail. So, last time we came through here, it was snowing. I came here 2 weeks ago, it was snowing. And today, it's still snowing. We make our way up onto the higher plateaus, but the conditions are challenging. Heavy snow is falling, and the light is so flat, it's hard to tell the relief of the landscape. Everything just looks flat.
Good thing we've been here before. Wouldn't be able to see much. We're just following our track.
Philippe, who's doing an excellent job in the front, gets caught on what looks like flat, but turns out to be a slope.
I have no idea. I got pushed sideways here, and then I didn't even see the here. It's the complete white out.
Yeah.
We have a hard time to get his snowmobile up, and then the load. It's amazing. We were here just a couple weeks ago, and it seems like at least 3 feet of snow has fallen since. While trying to get Philippe's snowmobile unstuck, I'm starting to get stuck myself. Time to go for some other recovery techniques, like shoveling, and rocking the snowmobile.
Ready? Woo! Yoo-hoo!
A few moments later.
Can you still see me? Okay, good.
After spending about an hour to get the snowmobile unstuck, we have made good progress toward Fantail Lake. Here we get to the upper reaches of Teepee Creek, and there's a big hole that we don't want our snowmobiles to dive into. So we're shoveling the hard-packed snow to build ourselves a trail to get into the creek. We make it to the blazed Fantail Trail. I face a few more upside downs, inside outs, and obstacles before we make it to Fantail Lake.
I am. How's it going, Scooby? Scooby! Scooby! How's it going? Yeah. Okay. Making our way back toward Fantail Lake through all the obstacles that we've come to know pretty good by now. It's a different story with a load, that's for sure.
Some final meters in the narrow canyon of Teepee Creek, and we make it to Warm Creek, which will lead us right to Fantail Lake, where we arrive around 7 o'clock. We quickly set up the tent, turn on the stove, and relax with some dinner after this long but awesome day. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure. This is the end of today's episode. We will see you next week because tomorrow we are going to the glacier.
Got wet today.
Yeah.